Okay folks, welcome back. Bismillah, let's get started. What we're going to be doing in this video today, in my class here, we're going to be revising some questions that we looked at the exam papers, some topics that are coming up that needed revising. Difference of two squares, factorizing quadratic equations and solving them when a is equal to 1 and doing the same when a is not equal to 1. And for example, that value there. So let's quickly go through these questions. Right, off you go. The difference of two squares. Now, what that is talking about, if we have a situation, we have a squared minus b squared, a very special type of situation, x squared minus, which is 2 squared. When you have that kind of situation, you factorize it in a very beautiful way, a minus b times by a plus b. That's the format of the factorizing. So, I'm going to rewrite this as, leave it as x squared, rewrite the minus 4 as 2 squared. So now we've got the difference of two squares. First square number, second square number. Now, according to the rule, what we do is we drop the x down, drop the minus down, drop the 2 down. We copy the bracket out again. And this time the second minus becomes a plus. And that's done. That's as much as we need to do for factorizing by using this rule of difference of two squares. Have you got that down, Ifra?
Yeah.
That one. Next one. 36x squared. So you better concentrate on your work, yes? Okay, move across on your chair properly. Sit properly. 36x squared minus 49. Now, the number 36 is, what is it?
6.
And the next one is x squared. Then you have minus 49, which is? So you write everything as square numbers. Now 6 squared x squared, that can be written as a more simple form as
6x
whole
square.
Lovely. Now I'm running out of space now, just about squeeze it in. So it's 6x squared minus 7 squared. We copy down the 6x minus 7. We copy it out again. We turn the minus here into a plus. Done. Next one. 49 minus 7 squared. Right, Mr. Ramiz.
Yes.
49, what square number is 49?
7.
Okay. Right. Feel, are we happy with that so far? 49 7 squared, and we've got a minus the. We got 49 minus 7. Okay, folks, I think we need to change this question a bit.
Yeah.
Can we just write down here? Okay, hang on a second. Actually, give me one moment, folks. I'm sure this is supposed to be something like x squared. One moment.
Okay.
I just looked wrong question. Okay, 7 squared minus x squared. So 7 squared minus x squared. 2 square numbers. Copy down the 7. 7 minus x. And the next one is going to be 7
Plus x.
Done. Okay. If I wanted to throw in a question with fractions in it, or just like an extra little kind of like a extension one, I'll just quickly do it here. So you might be looking at that thinking, well, that's not a square number. Actually, it is a square number in that one as well. Because x squared minus 1/9 is actually really x squared minus 1/3 squared. Even in fractions as well. So that will then be written as x minus 1/3 and about x plus 1/3. That's just like an extension question. We're looking at fractions now instead. Okay, I'm rubbed off because I'm on the wrong side of the board now for that. Okay, folks, come on. If I copy it down quickly. So x squared minus 1/9. 1/9 is a square number as well. That's actually 1/3 squared.
Is
So
that a
one-
simple question?
That's a, like the extra question with fractions in it. You've got those on the sheet as well for your homework. Okay, Hamza, you got that down? Right, okay, let's move on to the next type of factorizing. Okay, factorizing quadratic equations where the a value is equal to 1. Okay, if I can just how many minutes I got left on the video?
14.
14 minutes left. Okay, folks, let's finish these off. Now, we are looking for two numbers, Hamza, that multiply to give you the last number, but add up to give you the middle number. So let's look at the numbers that give you 5. 5 is made up of minus 1 times by minus 5 or plus 1 times by plus 5. So let's set the question up. Put the x in there. Now, these are the factor pairs of 5, complete set. Now, we're looking for two numbers that time to give you the 5, which is both of these sets, but they must add up to give you plus 6. So, which one adds up to plus 6?
1 and 5.
1 and 5. So, you just copy them straight in there, and job's done. Now, if we need to solve this equation, what do we do next, Hamza? Opposite of plus 1 is?
Minus 1.
And opposite of plus 5 is?
Minus 5.
You know when you put the numbers in, do they have to be in that order?
No, for this kind of question, the order doesn't matter. Where a is equal to 1, the order is very important when you have a is equal to more than 1, like 2 and 3 and 5 and stuff and things. Okay, next question. We are looking for, okay, Ramiz, two numbers that multiply to give you the last number, 12, but added to give you the minus 8. As long as the value here is 1. There's no confusion here. So let's look at the factors of plus 12.
Minus 6, minus 7.
So we have here 1,
Minus 6, minus 2.
okay, we have
have
1
3.
and 12, 2 and 6, 3 and 4. Now, we've got to get a minus answer. Okay? So we should really consider all of the negative factors. Because minus 1, that's not minus 1 minus 12, it's minus 1 times. I'll just do it a bit close together. So that means minus 1 times by minus 12 is plus 12.
Yeah.
Okay? We have that, Papa? Minus 2 times by minus 6 is plus 12. Minus 3 times by minus 4, just written a bit too close. So now, Hamza, all of these pairs multiply together give you plus 12, but which one of the pairs adds up to minus 8? Which one? Minus 2 and? Minus 6. Drop them in here in any order. Right? And now we need to solve it. So when you come to solve it, we have to do the opposite of that. So x opposite of minus 2 is?
Plus 2.
Opposite of minus 6 is?
Plus 6.
So what we've done here, we factorize the question, and we solved it as well. That's one over here, then we move to those. Okay, right, x squared minus x minus 20 equals 0. So we are looking for two numbers that multiply to give you minus 20 and add up to give you minus what?
X.
Minus 1. Minus unos.
20 and
Okay, not minus x because the coefficient is 1. So let's look at the factors of minus 20. How do we make minus 20? So minus 20 can be made of 1 and 20, 2 and 10. It can be made up of 3, 4, 4 and 5. Any more?
no.
Okay, now, to get minus 20, we can have all these. The first one can be minus. Let's write them again. 120, 210, 4, 5. Okay, can you just check that we've got that bottom bar? Oh, is it on? Can you see my finger there?
Yeah.
Good. Okay, now, either we can have all the first numbers negative, or it's half, we can have all the
7.
second number is negative. So what we've done, what we got here, we have a complete list of all the factor pairs of minus 20, every variation. So nothing to be missed out. So, let's have Ifra. Which one of these factor pairs, they all turn to give you minus 20, so the first condition has been solved. Which one of those gives us minus 1 when we add them? And it will be
1 minus. Oh.
4 minus
4 minus
5.
5.
Because 4 times 5 is minus 5.
Yeah.
So what we do here, for the same setup, copy down the template. Okay folks, are these questions hard to do?
No.
Okay. Even Solly doesn't find it hard and she's only 6. But then yeah, she's only coloring anyway. Okay, plus 4, minus 5. Are we happy with that now?
Yeah.
Now when you come to solve it, we do the opposite of what's in the bracket. So opposite of plus 4 is?
Minus 4.
Opposite of minus 5 is?
Plus 5.
Done. Okay, right, how many minutes you got left, folks? On the...
9.
We should finish. If we don't, we can make another video go on.
Do you know when you factorise it, do you have to put the 0 at the end? Does it not make a difference? When you
No,
write
that's
it?
basically, that's a question where it's a factorizing question by involving solving. So when you solve a quadratic equation, we normally say the quadratic equation is equal to 0, that's the y value.
Okay.
So we're trying to work out where the quadratic function cuts the x-axis, which is the y equals 0 line. That's why we've got equals 0 in there. You don't need equals 0 if you're just doing the first part. But we need to have the statement equal 0 for us to get the last part. This is equal to 0, therefore x is that, and that's that.
Okay.
Okay? So if you were to draw, for example, a graph of this function, it would look like this. Minus 1, minus 5. So what you worked out in actual fact, if you were to do it graphically, this function here is over to the left hand side, that it cuts at minus 1 and minus 5. That's where the graph actually cuts the x-axis. That's why you've actually worked out.
Is that what this one's for?
Yeah, so there. To show you visualization. Okay, happy with that? Should we move on to the next part now?
Yeah.
Yeah. These ones are a bit more, let's say, exciting questions. Trying to find the right word.
Complicated.
They're adventurous.
Complicated.
Okay. And they are something that you need to think about. These questions you can just knock them out. Now, these questions here. What I'm going to do now, I think we need to make a better. Should we make some better space, or should we fill things together? Remember here, the first value is not 1, so they'll be done in a slightly different way. Okay. Looking for two numbers that multiply give you plus 3. But they don't add to 5 by the way in this case. Let's look at the numbers that multiply give you plus 3. So plus 3 is made up of what? Plus 1 times by plus 3, or minus 1 times by minus 3. That's an exhaustive list. That's all the values. Mia, have you got that down?
Yeah.
You really have got that down? Are you sure? You copied it down? I'll come and check.
Daddy.
Have you copied down what I've just written down?
Oh, this is the question.
Yes. Okay. This is the factor pairs for this question here. Now, what we need to do now, when we put the brackets down here, okay, now we realize different. Here we had x squared, and now we have
2x.
Now if you split up 2x squared, you'll split up quite nicely as 2x and x. Now that changes the dynamics of the question, because now the position of the number is very important. Okay, now all of these numbers multiplied give you 3.
3.
Right, but we're not trying to make plus 5 anymore. Find what happens now in the moment. Okay, now these numbers won't add to give you plus 5, I'm trying to say.
Okay.
Now let's put the numbers in. I'm going to put them on purposely in the wrong place first. That's the wrong place. Just say we just grab the numbers and just put them in. Now let's multiply it out. That'll give you 2x squared, which is fine. That'll give you 6x, and 1x will give you 7x. So even though we use the right numbers, they're not in the right place, because we got the 2 here. The 2's have an effect on this number, which is opposite, by doubling it. We never had a doubling effect here. When you had plus 5, it gives plus 5x. When you had plus 1, it gives plus 1x. Nothing got doubled, but that 2's have an effect on the question. So what we do now, it's not going to be there and there, it's going to be where?
Opposite. There and there.
Let's try that order now. So now the order's changed. What happens if we double 1? You get
1.
2. If you double 1, you get 2, and then 3 down by x is 3x. 3x at 2x will give us 5x. So now the order matters. You must put the right number opposite the doubling effect. Put the smaller one in this case, otherwise the answer gets too big. Okay?
Will it be wrong then?
Yeah, of course it'll be wrong. You get the wrong answer. We just worked out we get 7x just previously. And 7x is not the answer, it's got to be 5x. This gives us 5x.
How come you knew it wasn't the minus? The minus 1 and the minus 3?
Okay, because minus 1 and minus 3, if you put them in here, you just get lots of minus answers. And we got a positive answer here. Because that'll give us minus 2x and a minus 3x, that'll give us minus 5x. Okay, because that is positive. Okay, good question. Right. Here comes the exciting part now.
4 minutes left.
Okay, we got to solve this. We're going to solve this in the examination. What color am I supposed to be using? Orange. This is the easiest one to do. X at 1, opposite at plus 1 is?
Minus 1.
That's easy because that's a simple formula. Now, we got 2x plus 3.
2x minus
2x plus 3 now. Okay. If you want to make this bracket equal to 0, that's plus 3. So that's plus 1. If you put minus 1 here, minus 1 at 1 is nothing, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's what actually we're trying to do. We're trying to make each bracket equal to 0. if this part here is plus 3, to make this bracket equal to no, I've got to make this part equal to minus 3, because minus 3 add 3 is
0.
so that's the actual aim. So when I was saying to you before over here, opposite of plus 5 is minus 5, what I'm trying to say to you is, how do you make this bracket 0? Minus 5 add 5 is nothing. That's what I was trying to do actually. So I'm kind of emphasizing it here now. That's already plus 3, so this part must then be minus 0 to become 0. So let's write that down. So 2x is equal to?
Minus 3 plus 3.
Okay, so minus 3 now. What's the value of x then? So who's feeling smarty? Opposite term by 2 is?
5.2.
There you go, there's your answer now. Your answer now for this part of the bracket is?
Minus 3.
And that's the second one. Yeah? So these questions here are, I call them the thinky questions. You've got to use this. This one here is quite straightforward. Doesn't matter the order, just put them anywhere, you can do it. And just opposite plus 5 is minus 5. So we're doing more thinking here and more thinking over here as well. Alright?